Every day, we take care of our bodies. We exercise, eat well, and rest when needed. But how many of us give the same attention to our minds? Welcome to Mental Wellbeing Mastery, where we'll discover how understanding your mind is the first step to a more balanced life. To understand mental health, we first need to hear from those who've walked the path, from crisis to clarity, from burnout to balance. Let's meet 3 individuals whose journeys will help illuminate our own.
20 years ago, as a young neuroscientist, I thought I knew everything about the brain. I had the degrees, the publications, the prestigious research position. Then came the panic attacks right in the middle of presenting at a conference. The sleepless nights spent analyzing data while my own mind was spinning out of control. The burnout that left me unable to even read a simple email. That's when I realized something profound. Knowing about the brain wasn't the same as understanding mental health. It was like being a car mechanic who didn't know how to drive. That experience changed not just my research, but my entire approach to neuroscience and mental well-being.
While Dr. Chen's journey began in the halls of academia, our next guest discovered his mental health awakening in the fast-paced world of technology, where the pressure to perform often overshadows the need for mental balance.
Mental health? That was always something I scrolled past on social media. You know those posts about self-care and mindfulness? I'd think, yeah, that's nice, but I've got deadlines to meet. Sure, I had stress, anxiety, those nights when my mind wouldn't shut up. But that's just normal for a tech lead, right? Well, turns out there's a difference between common and optimal. It took a major project failure and a week of complete shutdown to realize that maybe, just maybe, all those mental health posts weren't just feel-good fluff. I mean, we optimize our code all the time. Why not optimize our minds too?
From the digital realm to the spiritual, our third guide shows us how corporate success and inner peace aren't mutually exclusive, but rather 2 sides of the same coin.
5 years ago, I was that person who answered emails at 3 a.m. Actually, let me paint you a clearer picture. I was the chief marketing officer who kept 3 phones on her nightstand and thought meditation was a waste of valuable time. My idea of work-life balance was having a treadmill desk. Then one day, during yet another crucial late-night meeting, I couldn't remember my daughter's birthday. That was my wake-up call. Now I teach others how to find their balance, not because I'm perfect at it, far from it, but because I understand the journey. The journey taught me that mental well-being isn't about being perfect. It's about being aware. It's about noticing when you're out of alignment and having the tools to find your center again. Sometimes that center is found in the most unexpected places.
The brain-mind connection. Understanding mental health begins with exploring the intricate relationship between our physical brain and our conscious mind. In Dr. Chen's laboratory, cutting-edge technology reveals this fascinating connection.
Let's start with something fascinating. Your brain and mind are not the same thing. This used to confuse even my colleagues in neuroscience. We can map every neural pathway, identify every chemical reaction, but consciousness? That's something else entirely.
As Dr. Chen guides us through the complexities of neural networks, we begin to see how our thoughts and feelings manifest in physical form.
Think of your brain as the hardware, the physical organ that processes information. Like a sophisticated computer with billions of connections. But your mind is like the software, your thoughts, feelings, consciousness. It's the program running on this incredible hardware. And here's what makes it even more fascinating. They're constantly influencing each other in ways we are just beginning to understand.
This interplay between mind and brain isn't just theoretical, it manifests in our daily experiences, as Alex discovered during a particularly challenging work week.
So when I'm stressed about a deadline and get a headache, like last week when our server crashed right before a major release.
Exactly. That's your software affecting your hardware. Your thoughts about the deadline, the software triggered a physical response in your brain, releasing stress hormones that cause that headache. It's a perfect example of this intricate dance between mind and brain.
Physical and mental health integration. The connection between physical and mental well-being becomes even more apparent as we step into Maya's world, where movement becomes a gateway to mental clarity.
Notice how your mood changes with movement. That's not coincidence, it's connection. Every movement we make sends signals to our brain, and every thought we have influences how we move.
This integration of mind and body represents a fundamental shift in how we understand mental health, a perspective that Dr. Chen's research continues to validate.
Exercise releases endorphins, improves sleep, reduces stress hormones. But it's not just exercise. Everything from your posture to your breathing patterns creates a feedback loop between your physical and mental state.
The foundation of emotional health. As we deepen our understanding of mental health, four key pillars emerge, each one essential for building emotional resilience.
Emotional health has four key pillars: awareness, expression, regulation, and resilience. Think of them as the foundation of a house, each one supporting the others.
These pillars take on personal meaning through individual experience, as Alex discovered in his own journey.
I remember when I first learned about emotional awareness. I was always fine until I wasn't. Learning to identify different emotions was like getting a new language. Now I can spot the early warning signs before things get overwhelming.
And that language helps you express what you need. Sometimes just having the words to describe how you're feeling can be the first step toward feeling better.
Practical application. Theory becomes transformation when put into practice. Let's explore how our guides integrate these principles into their daily lives. From the quiet moments of early morning to the challenges of a busy workday, mental health awareness weaves through every aspect of life. Alex using a mindfulness app during work, Maya teaching breathing exercises, Dr. Chen demonstrating simple stress reduction techniques. These small moments of mindful awareness, repeated daily, create lasting change in both our brains and our lives. As we conclude our exploration of mental health basics, we see that understanding our minds is both a science and an art, a journey that requires both knowledge and practice.
Remember, understanding mental health isn't about achieving perfection.
It's about building awareness and taking small steps every day.
And knowing that it's okay to start wherever you are.
Now we delve into our next topic, the science of happiness, discovering how understanding this fundamental emotion can transform your daily life.